Hello Chocs and Chockets, and in between, Roberto here for another video review, this time with the new Maltesers White Mini Bunnies. Yeah, White Maltesers Mini Bunnies, however you want to say it. So basically it's part of their Easter range. Now they've done regular sort of Malteser Mini Bunnies, and this is their white chocolate version essentially. And I think they've not done white chocolate ones before, I think it's always been milk chocolate ones. Yeah, so here they are, and they look very nice, don't they? I think it's a very nice packaging as well. I think, yeah, nice little bunnies hopping out of the ground and things like this. And this one here, of course, being a bit cheeky. They're quite nice. That's very nice, yeah. Individually wrapped mini bunnies, it says. And there you go. So that's obviously one jumping out of the wrapper there as well. And looking over from the nutrition information. I think that's quite nice. And portions per pack, 5. Portion size 11.6 grams. So per 100 grams, you've got 551 calories. Is that right? Well, that's okay, yeah, alright. 551 calories, 31 grams of fat, 18 of which are saturates. Just seems a bit high that, but I guess it's probably, yeah, relatively normal. And per portion, 11.6 grams, 63 calories, 3.6 grams of fat, 2.1 of which are saturates. Not sure how many, you could probably work it out. I mean, what's the weightage of the whole bag, let's say? 58 grams, there we go. That's underneath there. Okay. Yeah, portion size, it's roughly a fifth. Yeah, okay. Alright, yes. Okay, so it says white chocolate with a malt filling 21% and honeycomb pieces 3.7%. Not too bad. It's suitable for vegetarians as well, it says as well. Yeah. Okay, yeah, very good. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, so very reminiscent of the Malteser branding, I think you'd say. So we've got this Malteser red around there, of course. And sort of tinted with this white chocolate. So they've done quite a few white chocolates, Malteser products lately. The white chocolate truffles, the Malteser truffles, I think they were called. Not actually done white chocolate Maltesers though, which you think is the next step, presumably. They haven't actually done those yet. So I'm assuming they'll be coming soon because they've done these other white chocolate things. I think they did them as a limited edition in the past, but as I say, not recently, not done them. So surely it's the next step. And now, what's it say there? White chocolate bunnies. Full of crunchy, what does it say? Creamy delight. Yeah, so lots of the, normally a Malteser, as I say, it's sort of, well, as I didn't say, but it is like a sphere of honeycomb, malt honeycomb surrounded in chocolate. Now these sort of products, they have like a creamy version of that malt centre, so it's rather than being crunchy, a honeycomb, it's kind of like a creamy version of it. I don't know what they've done, then they have bits of crunch in there as well, but yeah, so this one I say is more the creamy one. The malt filling and honeycomb pieces, so they've got like a creamy filling with honeycomb pieces in there. Okay, let's give them an open then, so they look like on the inside. Let's do it. Let's give them an open. Okay, well, let's give these white Maltesers mini bunnies an open. Yeah, so they look very nice. Let's see what they look like on the inside. So I've done about 740 reviews now, maybe more actually. I'm losing count now. So yeah, if you like this review, obviously hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, but then after that, in the corner there'll be a link to a playlist of all my reviews. So all those 740 odd or how many there are. So go check those out after this one as well. Hope you enjoy. Leave a comment or three though, it's always great to hear from you, it truly is. Okay, well, I'm butchering this a bit, but there we go, got there in the end. Okay. So yeah, so okay. So clearly see there's not. Alright, so there is only 5 in here, so we said a fifth was one of the portions, so yeah, Okay, yeah. Alright, yeah, so basically this is one of your fifths. So there's not many in there, is there? I think we need to say this packet. Don't know, I feel like it's, well, maybe it's a bit, well, yeah, I feel like basically there's, you know, you'd think there'd be more in there than just 5 of them, especially when you consider the big flourishes on each of them. You know, well, the package is quite nice, isn't it? I think that's quite nice. Got a little, holding a flower or got a rosette on it. I'm not sure what it is there. More slight difference as well. So you've got like a, I think there's one like literally jumping out of an egg there. Yeah, one just being a bit nonchalant. With an egg on its head. And one hiding behind the egg as well. So it's quite a nice little packaging, I think. There's nothing on the other side other than branding. It's quite nice actually. Not too bad. Yeah, not too bad. Okay, let's give one an open. Let's say I think we'll definitely see a difference in size. So So they are quite small. You can get sort of individual ones that are sort of the full size ones, I guess, but these are pretty small. So you can see here, when you compare it to the actual wrapper it was in, how much smaller it is. Yeah, so we will use the old school measuring stick here. So it's about 8.5 centimeters long. I'm measuring the wrapper at the bottom, whereas this is about 5 centimeters. So you're losing 3.5 centimeters, which is over half the actual size of the bunny. And we consider putting 5 of these in here. So we'll do that, shall we? I don't think there's any. I mean, they're probably individually wrapped because they know that they'll probably be gifts for kids on an Easter egg hunt or something. It's probably the justification for it. But you could still fit them in the box, in the wrapper. Let's see. So we're just going to see now. Okay, so we've got all these wrappers. Let's move them to one side, over there. I'll stick into my hands now. Okay, so here we go. So this is basically, so if you imagine putting all 5 of these in here. Okay, now obviously you do need a shelf presence, you know, which is probably an excuse for having a bigger pack. Unless we've got 5 of them in here now. There we go. So it's, I think it's probably as you'd imagine really. It's not any different than normal. You can clearly see other bars, other chocolates and things, but you can clearly see here that this bit at the bottom is the only bit that they take up. And I'm not being too fussy about making sure that they fill the space properly or anything like that, but there you go. So you can clearly see all this is here is just wasted, and this bit at the bottom, don't forget, that's a flourish as well. So if you look at this bit here, you know, that's the only bit there. So so if you measure the whole length of the packet, it's about 16 centimeters roughly, and the actual only bit that's taken up by the bunnies, try and be relatively fair, is about 5 centimeters, which is what you'd expect because that's how long they are. They've gone from 16.5, was it, to 5 centimeters, so you know, it's ridiculous, isn't it? But as I say, they do need a shelf presence and this, that and the other. That's 16 centimeters, but you know, even so, it's just, it's still ridiculous, isn't it? Okay, so let's measure them individually then. They're not overly straightforward to measure as such because there's different bumps and bumps, but we'll do it from in between the ears there, about 5 centimeters. We'll do it from the top of the ear to the bottom of the foot. That's from in between the feet. Not the previous one. It's 5.2 now. We'll do it width, probably the widest point, which is the 2 hips, I guess. 2.3 centimeters. We'll do it from the top of the ears. About 2.4, 2.3. And just on the head as well. About 1.7. Okay, so let's give them a chop. It'd be horrible to decapitate the bunny, but we'll have to do it, so do it there. Okay, so you can see lots of crunchy filling there. As it's quite saturated the screen, I'll try and move the plate out of the way so it unsaturates itself, hopefully. Yeah, I think it's starting to, there we go, there we are. Yeah, so you can see there, yeah, see lots of crunchy pieces there, and the thick white chocolate shell, shell, a bit of creamy centre there. Not creamy, it'll melt in the mouth, but it's not liquidy. You can clearly see the sort of crunchy honeycomb balls there as well. Yeah, alright, well that's very nice. I think we should give it a taste though. Yeah, in fact, let's have a look at lots of, yeah. Just cut it down the middle as well, the ears, I think, just to see. Yeah, so there's still a bit of centre there, even in the ear part, which is a thin part. And again, if it unsaturates itself. Hopefully it will. Yeah, so you can make that out there. So even in the ear part, there's still a thick enough percentage of centre there. Alright, let's give them a taste. Let's do it. Let's give them a taste. Okay, I want to give these white chocolate Malteser mini bunnies a taste. New, of course, new. And let's give them a go. So here they are, little. So you can get sort of full-sized or bigger ones at least. individually wrapped, I believe, or at least you could with the milk chocolate ones anyway. Yeah. There we go. Let's give these a taste then. Let's do it. Let's give them a go. It'd be horrible to bite the head off the bunny, I guess, but possibly something that's got to be done. Okay, let's do it. As you can imagine, the centre is very reminiscent of the other Malteser products out there. I've got these sort of creamy, crunchy centres. Not too bad. I feel like I feel like these need refrigerating for some reason. They just seem to taste a bit warm. I don't know if that something just. I don't know if it's the white chocolate or what. It tastes as if it's a product that should be refrigerated that's been left out. I don't know why that is. But I can only assume it's the white chocolate because I've had equivalents of these in milk chocolate and it's not come across that way. But for some reason it is doing with this one. And of course that might, is just my take on it. But that's how it tastes to me. It doesn't taste quite right. Yeah. I think it's the white chocolate really. I think it's not bad or anything. I don't know. I just feel like I don't know. It just comes across that way. Now I have reviewed the white chocolate truffles before, and I don't specifically remember thinking at that time. But so I don't know. It might be that they're slightly different or whatever. The way they work, it just doesn't quite. But I'm assuming that they are quite similar. They had the white chocolate truffles are basically the same thing really. It had like a sort of a dome of this, but I think it had two layers. It had a truffle layer, which is the creamy bit, and the crunchy bit as another layer rather than mixed together like this. It's basically the same thing really. It's quite a nice honeycomb centre and quite a nice creamy centre, but yeah, I think the white chocolate just doesn't really work when it's this thick with the Maltesers. Especially with the creamy centre, I think. And that creamy centre just sort of just what with the sort of white chocolatey, white chocolate can be a bit sickly in a way, and coupled with that, and it just seems to be a bit, I don't know, not quite right. It just doesn't seem to work for me. I think they really do need to be refrigerated, these ones. Yeah, to avoid to get past that oddity with the taste, really, that bit that doesn't quite work. And I say it might work fine for you and everything. So of course, if that's the case, then great. But I think for me, as I say, I just don't think it works. I quite like these Malteser creamy products. I remember when the Malteser first came out, which was I think that was the first one they did where they released this product with that sort of creamy sense. I don't know if it had crunchy bits in. I think it was just cream. I'm not sure, but I love them. I remember me and a colleague, we just we specifically went to the shops and things to get them every lunchtime. We just loved them, and really nice. But this one, as I say, it's just not doing it for me at all. I think the white chocolate just doesn't work with that creamy centre. I say just doesn't taste right. It's just not right. I think it does taste. It just needs. I think it needs to be refrigerated basically in order for the combination to work. Yeah, so a bit of a shame, that one. I think a bit of a shame. So I think. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to say 2 out of 5. I think. Yeah, it just doesn't work. Doesn't work for me at all. Yeah, it's not unpleasant, but it's not quite right. Definitely needs to be refrigerated, I would say, to avoid that too sort of creamy, warm taste. I don't know. It just doesn't seem to work. I don't know. Very odd. It's not melting or anything. It's not like it's too. It's actually hot. It just, as I say, just tastes like, if you've left milk out of the fridge and then you drank it. It's just not quite right, is it? You know what I mean? Yeah. It's a shame, that one, really, but it looks great. Nice idea, nice packaging and things, but I think the white chocolate just does not work with that cream centre, at least not at room temperature. So yeah, 2 out of 5. Shame, that one, very much so. Yeah. I think it probably would be better if it, let's say, a bit smaller quantities. I think, or just without the cream. I think white chocolate Maltesers might work better. Although I remember when I reviewed not an official Maltese one, but like basically the same thing, but by a different company, and I didn't think the white chocolate worked with the honeycomb even then. I don't know if it's a combination that works anyway, really. But I think it would. But this one just doesn't taste right. It's not that it's yeah. It's not right in this case. Yeah, it just, I'd say, it just tastes like it's been left out when it shouldn't have been. Yeah, so anyway, 2 out of 5. Hello everyone, yeah, so basically I've introduced my own review because I've refrigerated these after the review to see whether they are better refrigerated or not. I thought that would only be fair, so after saying basically need to be refrigerated. So these are nice and cold, let's see. Ooh, yes, cracky. Yeah, so cool me down these. Yeah, so basically let's give them a go, see if they are any better refrigerated. So let's do it. Definitely got more of a bite to them, you know, as you can imagine. Some chocolate is better refrigerated. Mars bars are such an example. Yeah, it's definitely removes that sort of creaminess to them that makes it sort of, you know, that's I guess from the white chocolates, I guess really is the gist of it. It kind of makes it a bit less, I don't know, yeah, it just makes it a bit less sort of I guess it's because of the fact that it's white chocolate and also the sort of the cream malt centre. It's just too creamy, you know, and it's too warm, you know, when just at room temperature. So it just makes it too sickly. And this refrigerating them sort of takes away the creaminess from the white chocolate, I think you'd say. It doesn't melt as much into the sort of malty creaminess of the centre, meaning that it doesn't taste, yeah, like warm milk basically. Yeah. It definitely improves them a lot. I still don't think they're amazing though, because I think they're when the white chocolate's not great, and I don't think it works for the malty taste anyway, especially when it doesn't work with the creaminess anyway. The creamy malty centre, it just doesn't work with it. You know, because the flavours, it's just too much, you know what I mean? I think that's the thing, but it's definitely better. And they don't taste unpleasant now. They don't taste like warm milk essentially, or something that's been left out when at room temperature at least anyway. So yeah, I think for me now they're probably a 3 out of 5 is the gist of it. They're still not great. They're pretty average now really, but they're passable. Yeah, so you know, it's not a great improvement, but it's an improvement, and it's definitely the way to eat them. But they're still, yeah, the white chocolate I still don't think works with the malty centre anyway, especially the creamy centre. But it's definitely better refrigerated because it takes away, not detracts, it takes away from all that sort of overly creaminess basically. I say that it just tastes a bit like warm milk, you know. It just removes all that completely. The centre's less creamy than it was. It's less, as I say, runny, you know, as such in your mouth, sort of melty in the mouth. And obviously the white chocolate's harder, gives more of a crunch, a bit more of a snap. So yeah, it just removes all that. But then what you're left with basically is what the bar or the chocolate really is, and it's just two things that don't really work together. And that's the white chocolate and the sort of malty taste really, and especially the sort of creamy centre, and also the fact that the creamy side of it is a sort of plus point in the milk chocolate version. You know, it is quite nice to have that sort of creamy centre and with a crunch in it. And of course, this takes away from it, so it kind of takes with one hand and gives with the other basically. And overall, it does give more than it takes away, but you kind of lose the sort of main selling point of it then. So yeah, swings and roundabouts is the gist of it, and I think because of that, yeah, it's still not a great tasting chocolate, but it's a 3 out of 5, so it's definitely better than it was. So yeah, so there we go. Okay, so yeah, back to the review. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed that review. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Check out my YouTube member program if you can. Great way to support the channel. But anyway, leave a comment or free, like my videos. Always hugely appreciated. And obviously subscribe if you haven't already. But leave a comment, as I say, it's great to hear from you. It truly is. And check out the Discord chat as well. I say it's a great place to post pictures and you know, speak to me directly and stuff like this. Let me know what you think of the channel and all sorts of stuff. And chat with people in the community as well. Great to see you there. Okay, thanks for watching guys. Take care and bye for now. See you soon. Bye.